Today we're going to talk about informed consent. Just a quick little topic today. Hello everyone, Semi-Retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. If you're new to the channel, what you're watching is you're watching me walk. I know that seems terribly boring, but if you consider 3 years ago I couldn't do this, I could barely stand for a couple minutes without severe pain, and now I'm out here walking every day, it starts to get a bit more interesting. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. It means a lot to me that you spend just a few moments of your day with me. I would like to ask everyone to help me out just a little bit. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Drop down in the comments and say, "Hi, Bob." And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. All these things are absolutely free and help me get the word out that it's never too late to change your life. I'll be 62 on Saturday, and I'm doing things I couldn't do when I was 40. But let's go ahead and talk about this just a little bit. Informed consent. You know, I have never said on this channel, do not take statins. I have said I would never take a statin again. But you need to decide for yourself, after reading all of the research and listening to everybody else's stories, if you decide that you're going to try a statin for a while, I'm okay with that. I just want you to understand what the complications might be from that. That's like another one. There have been quite a few people that have had excess skin removal surgery. I'm not going to do that because I think it is slowly getting better. I'm not going to get mad at you if you decide to do that, but you have to understand the consequences, or the possible consequences. You know, there's any kind of surgery, no matter how minor it may seem, there's still a chance that you're going to have an adverse reaction to something. The actual cutting on your body, the anesthesia, all that stuff, you know. Some of the most routine surgeries known today can go very, very wrong. I consider myself extremely lucky to have survived my triple bypass surgery. And now that I'm on carnivore, I'm thriving again. I've never said don't get that surgery. I've said I'm not going to get that surgery. And I'm not going to get angry with you or tell you, well, you're not really part of the carnivore community if you decide to have this surgery. No. As long as you have informed consent, that you know exactly what the possible complications can be. And that's the whole thing. So many things, what this is all leading up to, is there are so many things in the medical community that the doctor just tells you something, and if you start to ask them any questions about stuff, they get mad at you. Why would they get mad at you? Well, because they make a lot of money when they prescribe a drug or sign you up for a procedure, because, you know, that's a good way of hiding the fact that you're going to have a surgery, is they call it a procedure. And most people don't take into account They never even read the little inserts they get with their prescriptions. So they have no idea. They just, go on with their life saying, well, the doctor said this is what I need to take for what I have. So you just take it and don't even think twice about it. If your hair starts to fall out or your teeth start to crumble or whatever happens to you, you don't even think about it. You don't connect it to the drugs, even though if you read the insert that came with your prescription, it's right there in the warnings. This drug has been associated with condition X. That's what was so shocking to me, because I was on statins before I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I had no idea, because I was one of those people, I just took what the doctor prescribed and figured he knew what he was doing. It was a shock to me when I discovered that one of the possible associations with taking statins was type 2 diabetes. It makes you stop and wonder. And the latest thing, all of these weight loss drugs. They have all of the ads out there of shiny, happy people dancing in the streets because they've lost a little weight and lowered their A1C a little bit by taking this new drug that isn't really that new. It was originally designed to help treat type 2 diabetes. And then they discovered that people were losing weight, and they got it approved as a weight loss drug at higher doses that had never been tested. Am I going to kick you out of the club because you choose to take one of these? No, not at all. I just want you to know what you're putting in your body. That's why even when you go to the meat counter to get cheap meats from Walmart, you have to turn the package over and read the ingredients. Most of them are going to say beef as the only ingredient. But there's some of them you have no idea what artificial colors or artificial flavors or any of that stuff is. I mean, the bulk beef that I buy, even though it's a cheaper quality, the package does say beef on the list of ingredients, but nothing else. The pre-made hamburger patties that I also buy say beef. But there are a lot of beef things that you can get at the supermarket that are not 100% beef. Because they have, it may be a little bit, but anything that isn't beef concerns me just a little bit. Now, the cheaper beefs that say contains this or has this other ingredient, those are still going to be 10 times better than anything you find in a bag, a box, or a package. But I just want you to be aware. Have informed consent about what you are putting in your body. I'm almost back up to the house here. I went up to the other corner and down to that one. And now I'm going to do just a little bit of a sprint back up the hill to the house. Not a big sprint, but I'm getting a little faster at that every time I try it. I'd like to try another one, but the reason I didn't do a big walk today is between mowing the back bank with it being slippery and then trimming the bushes and then having a really busy day at the miniature golf course yesterday. I'm feeling it, and I have dance class tomorrow. You guys are going to see this on Tuesday, but this is actually Monday. And with only 2 classes to go till the first spring concert, I really need to make sure I'm rested up and ready to go for that. Hopefully I'll get out Tuesday night or Wednesday morning for a really big walk. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully some of what I said today made sense. That's what I've got for you today, folks. Don't forget, get out there, be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in the next one.